What is non-duality? Hello, this is Wake Up Chris speaking with a video about non-duality. There were a few discussions on the Facebook page, link below, about non-duality and who is really talking about non-duality. Of course, anyone can talk about non-duality, but very few people describe it from their own experience. And this is the important point here. Anyone can reflect upon something he or she has read, heard about, or thought about. But are you really describing your experience? Or you're thinking about the experience of someone else? What does it mean, non-duality? Non-duality means that from your experience, you have no conception anymore of good or bad, right, wrong, or time. Time also disappears. The illusion of a linear time in a one-way direction. This is all gone. There's also no experience anymore of a separate personality doing something. Things are just happening, and what you have been calling yourself before, Chris, for example, the Chris thing, is somehow part of it. But the Chris thing is not doing it anymore. It's happening. And there's also no one this is happening to. There's also no one making it happen. It's just happening. And somehow, maybe you could say there's a witnessing going on. There's an awareness. Awareness is a better word than witnessing. There's an awareness that something is happening. But it's not anymore happening to someone, and it's only happening now. There's no relationship to a past or a future Chris thing. And what happens to this Chris thing is not good or bad or right and wrong. It's just what is. It's happening. And if talking is happening, words are just flowing. They also just happen. What is not happening is thinking. There's no thinking process. Maybe there's intuition. You could call it intuition, but no thinking. And if talking is happening, or walking is happening, or eating is happening, or sleeping is happening, or sitting on the toilet is happening, or working is happening, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it, it's just happening. There's no personality involved here. And there's no aim. And as I said, there's no time. There's no goal. Because there's no time. Because when thinking stops, there's no time anymore. Time is a creation of the mind. It's not that time creates a time frame for the mind, a story for the mind, a story of life, a life story. No, the life story, the mind tells itself, creates the illusion of a linear one-way time. Time is not what we think it is. So what is non-duality? Non-duality is, it's a stupid word actually, because of course the word non-dual itself is a dual word. The opposite of duality is again a duality. But what is meant with non-duality, with Advaita, is the cessation, the stopping of time and duality. Usually, until that happens, duality makes a lot of sense. Everything is seen and experienced in terms of duality, in dual terms, like right and wrong and black and white. But at some point this is stopping and is being replaced by just a flow of things happening without object and subject. It's just happening. and there's no point in evaluating it anymore, and there's no point in assigning any time direction or goal direction or any direction to it, really. There's no identification with anything and anyone anymore. And this is an experience. If this is an experience, it's called non-duality, and it's part of the enlightenment experience usually. And it's not enough to just say the words. There are thousands of influencers and teachers who say the right words, but it's not their experience. They just repeat what they've heard before. And once you experience it, there's a knowing that this is it now. But of course, it's not the end also. There's also an illusion that this is the end, this is it. This is not true. This is also an illusion that usually happens in enlightenment or non-duality. It's never the end. There's always a further. But even that is only talk about non-duality. How do you possibly talk about non-duality with a language that is based on duality? Is that even possible? Can you do a non-dual talk? Yes. There are some people who were successful, like Jed McKenna, for example. But anything they say, or Tony Parsons, for example, anything they say is only a response. They need an input and then they give a response. You cannot just talk because there's no reason to talk. There's no person to talk. But if someone asks a question or says something, then you can respond in a non-dual way. Otherwise, a non-dual talk would be silence. Just enjoying the moment as it is. That's it. The only thing you can say is, it is. No matter what happens, even if a car's passing by with loud music while you want to make a video. So what? And why even make a video? No reason. There's no reason and no point. The moment is not boring. The moment is a fascinating, vast world. And it's fun to observe it. It's fun to witness it. It's fun to climb into your body, into your ego, and pretend you're still here and have fun with it. That's all. Otherwise, the most enjoyable thing would be just to sit on a park bench or on the beach all day long. Okay, thank you for watching and subscribing and hitting the bell button and joining me on Facebook or Patreon. See you soon.